Love the Ravens as much as we do? Then smash that subscribe button and stay locked in with Flock News for all the drama, updates, and excitement all season long. The NFL world has been shaken to its core in recent hours as rumors swirl around the future of one of the most electrifying quarterbacks in the league, Lamar Demetrius Jackson Jr., and his time with the Baltimore Ravens. Sources close to the team suggest that head coach John Harbaugh has quietly but decisively expressed that he no longer sees Jackson as part of the Ravens' long-term strategy, sparking a whirlwind of speculation among fans, analysts, and insiders alike. Jackson, who has been the face of the franchise for years, dazzling crowds with his unique dual-threat ability, seems to have reached a crossroads in his career. While the exact reasons for Harbaugh's purported stance remain under scrutiny, some insiders hint at a combination of tactical disagreements, perceived limitations in Jackson's passing game, and tension between management and the coaching staff that could be influencing this dramatic shift in the organization's plans. If true, this revelation would mark one of the most significant turning points for the Ravens franchise in over a decade, potentially reshaping not only their quarterback situation but also their offensive identity, which has been carefully molded around Jackson's extraordinary athleticism, improvisational skills, and record-breaking feats that once seemed untouchable in league history. Whispers from locker rooms and local sports bars have fueled the rumor mill further, as anonymous sources suggest that internal meetings behind closed doors may have sealed Jackson's fate, without fans ever knowing the details. The timing is particularly striking, coming just as Jackson had been recovering from minor injuries and seemed poised to lead the Ravens into a season where expectations were sky-high. Analysts argue that if Harbaugh truly intends to part ways with Jackson, the decision could send shockwaves through the NFL, affecting trade markets, quarterback valuations, and even draft strategies for rival teams watching the drama unfold from afar. Fans have taken to social media, some expressing disbelief, others speculating on potential suitors for a quarterback of Jackson's caliber, with names like the Miami Dolphins, New York Jets, and even Los Angeles Chargers floating in these fevered discussions. The narrative has grown so intense that even casual observers of football are now debating scenarios in living rooms and offices nationwide, painting pictures of blockbuster trades, massive contract negotiations, and a future where Jackson's unique style may either flourish or falter depending on where he lands next. A scenario that would alter not only team dynamics, but also the balance of power within the NFL in ways that few could have predicted just weeks ago. The question on everyone's mind is not only where Jackson will end up, but also why such a drastic turn has occurred behind the scenes. People familiar with the situation hint that Harbaugh's decision stems from frustration over the team's recent playoff performances, where Jackson's spectacular athleticism could not always translate into consistent victories against elite defenses. While Jackson has earned accolades, including an MVP award, the whispers suggest that management is seeking a quarterback with a more traditional skill set, someone who can execute complex passing schemes without relying on the improvisational genius that Jackson has brought to the field for years. This perceived clash of philosophies has ignited intense debate across sports media, with former players, commentators, and analysts weighing in on the likelihood of such a move and what it signals about the Ravens' ambitions in the immediate and long-term future. The intrigue deepens as insiders hint that the team's front office may already be exploring potential trades or negotiations in preparation for a seismic shift in roster strategy, a move that could leave fans stunned and reshape narratives across the league. Further complicating the story are murmurs that Jackson himself has been aware of the brewing tensions, quietly expressing frustration over what he perceives as a lack of commitment to his unique playing style. Friends and associates have reportedly conveyed that Jackson remains focused on football, but the strain of uncertain job security and public speculation is an undercurrent in this evolving saga. Meanwhile, sports journalists continue to probe for clarity, piecing together comments, social media activity, and insider reports to form a clearer picture of a situation that seems to be evolving faster than anyone can accurately track. The intensity of these rumors has reached such a pitch that some believe the NFL office itself may need to intervene, not in dictating player movement, but in managing the media storm and fan expectations surrounding one of the league's brightest stars. Each passing day without official confirmation only adds fuel to the fire, intensifying debates on whether this is a strategic maneuver by the Ravens, a negotiation tactic, or the beginning of an inevitable and historic parting of ways between Jackson and the franchise he has long defined. Meanwhile, fan communities are dissecting every signal, from cryptic tweets to subtle body language during press conferences, analyzing each interaction between Harbaugh and Jackson for hidden meanings. Speculation has become almost an art form, with some predicting immediate trades, others envisioning a holdout scenario where Jackson could leverage his exceptional talent for a more favorable situation elsewhere. The narrative now dominates sports talk, podcasts, and online forums, with analysts speculating on team compatibility, offensive schemes, and the potential for a quarterback revolution in whichever city Jackson lands next. Experts point out that despite the drama, Jackson's career remains remarkable, and any team acquiring him would be gaining not only a dynamic athlete, but also a cultural icon capable of energizing fan bases and transforming locker room morale, a factor that rivals and fans alike cannot ignore when envisioning the future of the league. Even as speculation grows, no official statements have been made by the Ravens organization, leaving an open-ended narrative that is as tantalizing as it is nerve-wracking. The absence of confirmation has only heightened curiosity, creating a scenario where rumor and possibility intertwine, leaving room for every imaginable outcome. For now, the NFL community watches and waits, debates intensify, and social media erupts with theories, each one more elaborate than the last. In this maelstrom of conjecture, Jackson's legacy, the Ravens' strategic direction, and the potential domino effect across the league hang in the balance. Every game, every interview, every hint of body language is now dissected with precision, as fans, analysts, and insiders collectively try to predict whether the next chapter in this unfolding drama will see Jackson continue to dazzle under the lights or embark on a journey that reshapes the NFL landscape forever. A journey that promises to be as unpredictable and thrilling as the quarterback himself. Amidst the swirling rumors, insiders suggest that potential trade discussions involving Lamar Jackson are already in the early stages, with unnamed teams quietly evaluating how he could fit into their offensive systems. The speculation is intense because Jackson is not just any quarterback. He possesses a rare combination of speed, agility, and improvisational skill that allows him to escape pressure, extend plays, and generate points in ways that most traditional quarterbacks cannot. Scouts and analysts are reportedly crunching numbers, comparing Jackson's rushing statistics, touchdown-to-interception ratios, and game-winning drives to other top-tier quarterbacks, trying to determine his true market value. Meanwhile, sources indicate that front offices may also be considering the financial implications, such as salary cap adjustments, long-term contract structures, and potential incentives, which could complicate negotiations further. Social media platforms are flooded with debates over which teams could realistically acquire Jackson, with fanbases from coast to coast sharing mock trade scenarios, projected starting lineups, and potential coaching philosophies that might benefit or hinder his unique skill set. The rumor mill feeds off every minor statement, with analysts dissecting Harbaugh's press appearances, Jackson's interviews, and even off-field activities, searching for clues about timing, motivation, and strategy. All of this speculation contributes to a narrative that feels almost cinematic, as if the NFL itself has become a stage for an unfolding drama whose outcome could reshape the competitive balance of the league for years. Meanwhile, the cultural impact of this potential departure cannot be ignored. Lamar Jackson has become more than just a player. He is a symbol of innovation, athleticism, and excitement in the NFL. His style of play has inspired countless young athletes to embrace creativity on the field, demonstrating that unconventional methods can lead to spectacular results. If Jackson were to leave Baltimore, the emotional resonance of his absence would be profound, not only for fans who have followed his rise from rookie sensation to MVP, but also for teammates, coaches, and the broader community that has rallied around his talent. Local businesses, merchandise sales, and media coverage could all feel the ripple effects of such a high-profile move. Analysts are speculating about potential psychological impacts as well, suggesting that Jackson's confidence and leadership could flourish or falter depending on the environment of his next team. The storylines extend beyond football itself, touching on identity, loyalty, and the evolution of modern quarterbacks in the NFL. For all these reasons, the rumor of Jackson's separation from the Ravens has taken on a life of its own, creating anticipation, anxiety, and endless conversation across forums, talk shows, and social media platforms. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your support keeps us bringing you the latest news on the Baltimore Ravens. And hey, drop your take in the comments below. We want to hear from the flock. Sources also hint at tension between Jackson and some members of the Ravens coaching staff, possibly stemming from strategic disagreements regarding play calling, offensive schemes, and in-game adjustments. Insiders suggest that Jackson's desire for creative freedom on the field may have clashed with the team's pursuit of a more conventional quarterback approach, leading to mounting frustration on both sides. While Jackson has always been known for his work ethic, dedication, and ability to perform under pressure, whispers suggest that the alignment of philosophy and execution has reached a breaking point, with Harbaugh's reported declaration signaling a definitive stance on the quarterback's future. Observers point out that the timing of these developments is critical, coming just before key offseason decisions, draft picks, and free agency moves, which adds urgency to negotiations and speculation. Analysts emphasize that any decision regarding Jackson will not only impact the Ravens' on-field performance, but also reverberate across the league, influencing rival team strategies and creating a ripple effect in trades, draft priorities, and quarterback valuations. The combination of athletic ability, market potential, and narrative intrigue has ensured that this situation dominates conversations, making Jackson's potential departure from Baltimore one of the most talked-about topics in professional sports today. Fans and commentators are now drawing comparisons to other high-profile quarterback moves in recent NFL history, exploring parallels with blockbuster trades, holdouts, and dramatic shifts in team dynamics. Some argue that Jackson's situation mirrors past instances where players with exceptional talent but unconventional styles face challenges in aligning with team philosophies, ultimately leading to surprising relocations or career-defining transformations. The debate has expanded beyond statistics, with enthusiasts examining leadership qualities, adaptability, and the intangible elements that contribute to team chemistry. Each rumor fuels the discussion further, as sports media outlets amplify speculation with in-depth analysis, player comparisons, and projected scenarios that range from optimistic fits in ideal systems to cautionary tales of misalignment and disappointment. Social media campaigns, fan polls, and viral threads serve to heighten the sense of urgency, creating a virtual echo chamber where every detail is magnified, every rumor dissected, and every potential outcome passionately debated. This environment intensifies the narrative, transforming what might have been a straightforward roster decision into a cultural moment that engages fans across generations, regions, and levels of fandom, illustrating the profound influence a single player can have on the perception, excitement, and economics of professional football. Moreover, insiders suggest that the front office's approach to Jackson may involve leveraging his market value to secure draft picks, star players, or cap flexibility, highlighting the business-oriented side of the NFL that often contrasts with the emotional attachment fans feel to iconic athletes. The rumors of Harbaugh's disinterest in retaining Jackson have reportedly accelerated behind-the-scenes discussions, prompting evaluation of trade partners, contract structures, and potential timelines for resolution. While the narrative is dominated by speculation, sources emphasize that negotiations of this magnitude are complex, involving multiple layers of strategy, risk assessment, and scenario planning. The intrigue is compounded by Jackson's own reputation as a player who thrives under high-pressure situations, making him both an asset and a wild card for any team considering acquisition. Analysts note that even the perception of uncertainty can have tangible effects on ticket sales, sponsorships, and media attention, amplifying the stakes for all parties involved. Consequently, the story has transcended the boundaries of sport, blending business strategy, human drama, and athletic excellence into a saga that continues to capture national attention, fueling endless debate and anticipation across the NFL community. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay in the loop with exclusive news on our Baltimore Ravens, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. We'd love to hear what the flock thinks. Drop your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next one.